Today we are going to start a new chapter, meeting with life challenges. But before starting of the chapter, I would like to tell you a story of a boy, Raj. Raj has been studying for his final examination, which is going to take place tomorrow morning. He studies till 1 a.m. and tries to go off to sleep as he is very tense. He keeps tossing and turning in bed. Images flash through his mind of not being able to secure the marks he needs to opt for the subjects of his choice. He blames himself for fooling around with his friends and not preparing thoroughly for the examinations. In the morning, Raj wakes up with a heavy head, and in the examination hall, he opens the question paper. His heart was pounding, hands clammy with sweat, and then he feels his mind has gone completely blank. So students, some of you may have lived through an experience such as Raj. The challenge posed by examination is common to all students. Life poses challenges all the time. Think of a child who loses his parents, a young woman who loses her husband in a car accident, parents who bring up children who are physically or mentally challenged. Look around yourself and you will find that life is a big challenge. All of us try to meet these challenges in our own ways. Some of us succeed while others succumb to such life stresses. Life challenges are not necessarily stressful. Much depends on how a challenge is viewed. It is said that one's best comes out when one is challenged. Am I right, students? Okay. We will like to consider in this chapter how a life condition turns into a challenge or a cause of stress. We will also see how people respond to various life challenges as well as stressful situations. Let us start our chapter, Meaning and Nature of Stress. The word stress has its origin in the Latin word strictus, meaning tight or narrow, and stringer, the word meaning to tighten. These root words reflect the internal feelings of tightness and constriction of the muscles and breathing reported by many people under stress. So we can say in general language that stress is the body's reaction to any change that requires or adjustment or response. The body reacts to these changes with physical, mental and emotional responses. There are two forms of stress. The first is eustress. The level of stress that is good for you and is one of a person's best assets for achieving peak performance and managing minor crises. It is important to remember that not all the stresses is inherently bad or destructive. Sometimes it happens that we take stress and we get success to achieve our goal. Like your examination, if you are not taking stress तो कल कर लेंगे हो जाएगा वाली पोजीशन आपके साथ रहती है. But if you are taking stress, then you will arouse for doing preparations for the exams. That is called eustress. This is the positive form of stress. The second is distress. Manifestation of stress that cause our body's wear and tear. Of wear and tear is damage. This form of stress is negative and it harms physically, socially and mentally. For example, a problem comes in front of your class. Then you start feeling stress and unable to overcome that problem. वहाँ अगर नेगेटिव स्ट्रेस के कारण अवेलेबल रिसोर्सेज को भी आप यूज करना भूल जाओगे और सोच लोगे अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता. That is called distress. Now what is stressors? Stressors are events that cause our body to give the stress response. Means those things or events that generate stress is called stressors, like crowding, noise, a bad relationship or the daily commuting to school or office. Strain. The reaction to external stressors is called strain. Now come to the psychological meaning of stress. We can understand psychological meaning of stress through this table. The first is cause. Here firstly we will get cause or challenge, then our body will react biologically or psychologically, like breathing problem, over sweating, thinking constantly. After that result will come. Result may be positive or negative, it depends upon you. अगर स्ट्रेस होने पर आप करेज रखकर उस चैलेंज को हराते हैं तो पॉजिटिव आउटकम, और अगर आप चैलेंज के आगे हार मान जाते हैं देन नेगेटिव रिजल्ट आएगा. Stress is a dynamic mental cognitive state. It is disruption in homeostasis or an imbalance that gives rise to a requirement for resolution of that imbalance or restoration of homeostasis. Means stress is a mental process which influenced our body and it disrupted homeostasis. जब हमें सीवियर स्ट्रेस होता है तब हमारी बॉडी का बैलेंस भी डिसबैलेंस हो जाता है, एंड दिस फिजिकल एंड साइकोलॉजिकल चेंज जनरेट्स द रीजन फॉर सॉल्यूशन ऑफ एनी प्रॉब्लम. नाउ कम टू द स्ट्रेस अप्रेजल. Stress, what is the meaning of appraisal? Appraisal means assessment. Stress appraisal refers to the process by which individuals evaluate and cope with the stressful event. The perception of stress is dependent upon the individual's cognitive appraisal of events and the resources available to deal with them. The model theory of cognitive appraisal, proposed by Lazarus in 1984, and it explained the mental process which influence of the stressors. This theory tells us that an individual's response to a stressful situation largely depends upon the perceived events and how they are interpreted or appraised. He told two types of appraisal. The first is primary appraisal. It refers to the perception of a new, neutral or negative in its consequences. It means when we meet with a problem, firstly our mind starts to analyze the situation within a second कि प्रॉब्लम ये सिचुएशन कैसी है, कितनी हार्मफुल है या थ्रेटनिंग है, या फिर मेरे लिए ये सिचुएशन चैलेंजिंग है या फिर नहीं. आफ्टर दैट इफ आवर माइंड एनालाइज इट हार्मफुल और चैलेंजिंग, देन इट बिगिन टू वर्क ऑन सेकेंडरी अप्रेजल. Secondary appraisal, it involves people's evaluation of their resources and options for coping. In this situation, our mind starts to use the resources or find out the resources. पहले तो वो ये देखता है कि सिचुएशन को फेस करने के लिए उसके पास रिसोर्सेज हैं या नहीं है. अगर नहीं है तो वो सिचुएशन के आगे हार मान जाता है. बट इफ it finds availability of resources, then mind starts to fight or cope up with problem or situation. Secondary appraisal is the assessment of one's coping abilities and resources and whether they will be sufficient to meet the harm, threat or challenge of the event. These resources may be mental, physical, personal or social. If one thinks one has a positive attitude, health, skills and social support to deal with the crisis, he will feel less stressed. This two-level appraisal process determines not only our cognitive and behavioral responses but also our emotional and physiological responses to external events. These appraisals are very subjective and will depend on many factors as past experience, controllable, self-efficacy and confidence. The first is past experience. If one has handled similar situations very successfully in the past, they would be less threatening for him. The second is controllable. A person who believes that he can control the onset of a negative situation or its adverse consequences will experience less amount of stress than those have no such sense of personal control. The third is self-efficacy. Self-efficacy means faith in oneself. In the context of stress, self efficacy describes your beliefs about your ability to handle stressful situations. For example, a woman who has just accepted a job position in a role she has never performed before but feels that she has the ability to learn and perform her job well. The concept of self efficacy is central to psychologist Albert Bandura's social cognitive theory. According to Bandura, a person's attitude, abilities, and cognitive skills comprise what is known as the self system. This system plays a major role in how we perceive situations and how we behave in response to different situations. Self efficacy is an essential part of the self system. The last is confidence. A confident person takes positive stress and he has the belief that he can control the situation. Thus, the experience and outcome of a stressor may vary from individual to individual. Stress includes all those environmental and personal events which challenge or threaten the well being of a person. These stressors can be external, such as environmental noise, air pollution, social breakups with a friend, loneliness, or psychological conflict, frustrations, etc. Signs and symptoms of stress. The way we respond to stress varies depending upon our personality, early upbringing, and life experiences. Everyone has their own pattern of stress response. So, the warning signs may vary, as may their intensity. These symptoms of stress can be physical, emotional, and behavioral. Any of the symptoms can indicate a degree of stress which, if left unresolved, might have serious implications. The first is cognitive symptoms. It includes memory problem, inability to concentrate, trouble thinking clearly, poor judgment, seeing only for negative, constant worrying, loss of objectivity, fearful anticipation. The second, physical symptoms: headaches, muscle tension and stiffness, dizziness, insomnia, chest pain, rapid heartbeat, weight gain or loss, frequent cold, etc. Emotional symptoms: moodiness, agitation, short temper, impatience, sense of loneliness and isolation. The last is behavioral symptoms: eating more or less, sleeping too much or too little, isolating yourself from others, using alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs to relax, nervous habits as nail biting, etc. Now, come to the types of stress. There are three types of stress. The first is physical and environmental stress. Physical stresses are demands that change the state of our body. We feel strained when we overexert ourselves physically, lack a nutritious diet, suffer an injury, or fail to get enough sleep. Environmental stresses are aspects of our surroundings that are often unavoidable, such as air pollution, crowding, noise, etc. Another group of environmental stresses are catastrophic events or disasters such as fire, earthquake, flood, etc. Psychological stress. These are stresses that we generate ourselves in our minds. These are personal and unique to the person experiencing them and are internal source of stress. We worry about problems, feel anxiety, or become depressed. These are not only symptoms of stress but they cause further stress for us. Some of the important sources of psychological stresses are frustration, conflict, internal and social pressures, etc. The first is frustration. Frustration results from the blocking of needs and motives why something or someone that hinders us from achieving our desired goal. It means it is an emotion that occurs in situation where a person is blocked from reaching a desired outcome. In general, whenever we are prevented from reaching our goals, we may succumb to frustration and feel irritable, annoyed, and angry. There could be a number of causes of frustration, such as social discrimination, interpersonal hurt, low grades in schools, etc. Now, conflict. Conflicts may occur between two or more incompatible needs or motives. We have studied about conflicts and its types in 11th class. conflict कब जनरेट होते हैं? जब हमें दो या दो से ज़्यादा रिसोर्सेज में से कोई एक सिलेक्ट करना हो. लाइक यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड conflict when after 10th you have to choose the stream humanities, science और commerce. उस टाइम स्ट्रीम सिलेक्शन आपके लिए जनरेट किया एक स्ट्रेस. All of us have faced conflicts in our life. Some examples of conflicts are to continue with old or take up a new job, to do something against the personal values. Now, internal pressure stem from beliefs based upon expectations from inside us to ourselves, such as I must do everything perfectly. Internal pressures are the stresses caused by high expectations we set from ourselves or setting unrealistic goals, like trying to do everything perfectly, setting high goals, etc. Like एक बच्चा CA बनने का गोल रखता है, बट स्टडी करने के लिए वो कॉन्स्टेंटली 1 आवर भी नहीं बैठ पाता. देन दिस सिचुएशन विल जनरेट इंटरनल प्रेशर. नाउ द लास्ट इज सोशल प्रेशर. These pressures may be brought about from people who make excessive demands on us. Excessive demands from people around us in family, community. यहाँ फैमिली से भी कई बार बच्चों पर प्रेशर बनाया जाता है कि आपको ये करना है और ऐसा करना है. बच्चा क्या सोचता है, इससे फैमिली को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. वर्किंग विमेन के साथ भी ऐसा होता है कि उनको फैमिली के नॉर्म्स के अकॉर्डिंग भी काम करना होता है और बाहर ऑफिस के नॉर्म्स भी फॉलो करने हैं. तो ये सब कन्फ्लिक्ट जनरेट करते हैं. कई बार सोशल प्रेशर ज़्यादा होने पर पर्सन सुसाइड भी कर लेता है if he failed to overcome the stress. Now come to the last type of stress, that is social stress. These are induced externally and result from our interaction with other people. Social events like death or illness in the family, strained relationships, trouble with neighbors are some examples of social stresses. These social stresses vary widely from person to person. एक ऐसे पर्सन के लिए पार्टी अटेंड करना स्ट्रेसफुल हो सकता है who likes to spend quiet evenings at home. On the other hand, an outgoing person may find staying at home in the evening stressful. Today we have discussed about stress, its nature, forms, types, signs and symptoms of stress. Students, this chapter is very important for situation based question, so you have to focus on every term of stress carefully. In your next online class, we will discuss sources of stress, effects of stress and GAS theory.